It's approaching midnight at this glass office tower in Southfield. And while your workday has probably long been over, at Associated Community Services, there's still plenty of money to be made. They wouldn't let our cameras inside their offices, what some call a boiler room operation. At ACS, its employees raise money for dozens of charities nationwide. And this is the man in charge of it all, company president Dick Cole. He heads up one of the largest professional fundraisers in the country. And as you're about to see, charity can be awfully big business. Take the Children's Cancer Fund of America. The Powell, Tennessee charity says it provides aid and financial assistance to children struggling with the disease. And donors were generous when ACS came calling, shelling out over $4 million. But when the money finally made its way to the cancer charity, only a small fraction remained, a little over $800,000. ACS kept the rest, almost $3.3 million. In fact, ACS keeps the lion's share of virtually every donation it collects. 80% of funds from the Cancer Fund of America, 55% for the Foundation for American Veterans, and a whopping 82% of all funds raised for the charity Children with Hair Loss, a charity that provides wigs for children who have suffered through chemotherapy and radiation. All told, ACS reported taking in almost $18 million in donations, according to a 2009 report, but less than $6 million made its way to the charities.
These kind of professional fundraisers are really a horror and a disaster for the charitable sector.
Ken Berger is president of Charity Navigator, a national charity watchdog group. He says anyone called by ACS should hang up the phone.
These organizations' mission is to make money. That's what their mission is. It's not to serve a charitable purpose.
The office where I work generates $1 million a month.
And it's not just charity watchdogs who were upset. One of ACS's own employees came forward to Action News, concerned about what he calls high-pressure sales tactics employees are trained to use.
The call's designed to get their attention, make them feel guilty so they can donate. Giving them an image in the mind about a helpless child, a burn victim, a cancer patient, and to get the money.
Internal company records obtained by the investigators tell the story. This script provided to ACS employees is titled Getting Aggressive. It instructs them to commit customers for donations, even after they decline. This is one easy way to make money, says the script. Another one instructs employees how to rebut callers when they decline to give to the Children's Cancer Recovery Foundation. These children are fighting for their lives, it says. Rather than skipping the kids in this campaign, I'll get you involved with our smallest card for $10. I'm sure you can squeeze that in for the children, right? What the script doesn't say, that ACS keeps more than half of every donation made to the charity.
They're using them to suck money out of you.
Calls from ACS have become part of Scott Reeder's daily routine. And even though he's retired now and on a fixed income, he's made donation after donation. That stopped once he found out how little money actually gets to the charity.
It just seems like just a total ripoff.
And if you think ACS is unpopular only among folks like Scott, it turns out they're not well liked by attorneys general either. At least 4 across the country and 1 Secretary of State have gone after the company for a whole slew of alleged violations, including engaging in manipulative high-pressure fundraising tactics and deceiving its donors.
Hey, Dick. Scott Lewis from Channel 7.
Our request for an interview with ACS President Dick Cole was declined, so we caught up with him as he was stepping out of his Cadillac at company headquarters.
Charity Navigator says that you raise money on the backs of needy people and very little of the money goes to needy people. They advise people to hang up if you call. I'd just really like to know what you have to say about that.
I'm very sorry to hear that. If you'd like to set up an appointment, I'd be happy to.
But we never heard from Dick Cole again. Instead, the man whose employees follow a script to raise money wanted a script of his own. Through his lawyer, he demanded we give him in writing every question we wanted to ask before he would sit down with us. But no reputable news organization ever gives its questions in advance. Our request for an unscripted interview still stands, but so far, our phone isn't ringing.
ACS tells us that they provide a valued and efficient service to charities that allows them to raise money they otherwise couldn't. They say it costs $1 to raise $1, and that neither Channel 7 nor state regulators fully understand the financial realities of telefundraising. And they say when you factor in overhead expenses, their profit margins are minimal. As for the high-pressure sales tactics found in these scripts, ACS claims they knew nothing about them, insisting they were the work of a rogue employee and will no longer be used. But several company insiders tell us that these scripts have have been used widely and that being aggressive is a sales mandate. Some of the charities ACS represents are questionable themselves, getting some of Charity Navigator's lowest efficiency ratings. Two charities, the Breast Cancer Society and the Children's Cancer Fund of America, are under investigation by the New York Attorney General. Scott Lewis, Channel 7 Action News.